Good morning. How are you today? My name is Darlene. I am Darlene Dion Designs here on Flosstube, also on Instagram, Facebook, and Etsy. I design and sell cross-stitch quilt patterns, and they're available in my Etsy shop along with project bags and a few other things. I'm so happy that you're here. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or returning viewer, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. And with that being said, I hit 1,000 subscribers this week. So that was fun and exciting. I'm going to do some giveaways to celebrate that today. So thank you so much. I really appreciate this community and what it has opened up for me. I just, for those that don't know, I am a returning cross-stitcher. I used to cross-stitch from the time I was a teenager until probably 20 years ago maybe, and then it was very sporadic from then on. Just occasionally I would pick it up, but I really missed it. Just didn't feel that I had time to give it the attention it needed with designing quilts, and I owned a quilt shop for 5 years and I just didn't have time for it then. But when the pandemic started, I got it out and I am just full steam ahead. It's been wonderful. I want to say congratulations to Finally a Farm Girl, Chrissy. She has just released her first 3 cross-stitch patterns. So Finally a Farm Girl, you would find them on her Etsy page. They're so cute. One is a rabbit, spring rabbit with a carrot. One is a witch. And it's just like me not to be able to remember what the other one is. I think it's another springy one. Anyway, I'm just so proud of her for going ahead with that and getting that started. And it's something that I also have been working towards. I have several of my own designs that I would love to get out there and try to start selling. My daughter is a graphic designer. She was home this weekend and finally helped me. I was finally able to figure out how to use the program, and I am well on my way. So I'm hoping before my next Flosstube, I'm hoping to have some patterns, some charts available in my Etsy shop also. So I'm really excited about that. I have several on the go. So yeah, that's so exciting. So congratulations to you, Chrissy, and also thank you for giving me the push to get started on it myself. So please go check Chrissy out. I will link her information below. Let's get right into, well, let's talk about the weather a little bit. We had about 3 inches of new snow overnight. We had rain. I think it was, what's today? I think it was Tuesday we had rain. And it took a fair amount of the snow. We live in an area that's surrounded by trees. Let me show you a picture of our backyard that I just took. So that's this morning. So we are surrounded by trees. So when other people's yards in the area are completely cleaned out of snow, we still have snow. Oh dear. So yeah, we won't see, the snow will still be here in our yard for, I would say, at least a month. Yeah, that would be pretty typical, that we would still have some piles of snow here in our yard. But luckily I love winter, so it's not a biggie for me. We are supposed to have heavy rain and wind on Saturday, so that will again take a lot of it. But there will still be some here in our yard. So I also wanted to mention the situation in Ukraine. And we're praying daily for those of you who are involved, those of you who have had to flee the country. Those of you who were not able to get out. It's just a horrendous situation. So very sad. I'm gonna try not to cry. Yeah, it's so hard for me to grasp that this can happen in this day and age. Anyway, it's a very sad thing, and I hope that it resolves soon, one way or the other. Enough of that. Let's get on to something lighter. I have today to share with you some FFOs, some whips, some new starts, some finish. Yep, there's one finish there too. Anyway, let's get right into it. So, you have seen in my previous videos that I have been doing the Cottage of the Month series. And I just finished this one yesterday, or FFO'd this one yesterday. This is the March one. And I did change the colors a little bit. I'm not sure what I changed them. I might have it written down. So if I do, I will list them below in the show notes so that you can see what changes I made. I'm pretty sure I changed the color of the door, and I changed the green of the house. So yeah, I'll look and see if I have them written down. And after I got this finished, I noticed that there's something missing. So you'll see here, I have missed the stitches for the step. So I am going to try to add them, but that may be a flop, but it's not terribly noticeable. If I can't add them, it's not a biggie, but we'll see. Anyway, I love it. And this is the last one I have stitched. I have started the April one. So hopefully I'll have that finished by the end of March so that I can get it FFO'd and out on display in my kitchen. So this sits on a easel type thing beside my tier tray. And I am trying to get a few things, springy things made for my tier tray and for my bowl, my dough bowl. I've not been one to decorate for spring a whole lot, and since I've got back into cross stitch, I want to decorate for every season. But yeah, hopefully I can get a few more things made. A couple of, I should have taken a picture of this before I started so I could show it to you, but I forgot to. I have a wooden truck that my husband made for me for Christmas a couple of years ago, and I use that to display seasonal things into. And so at Christmas I made 3 little cushions, 3 little pillows to display with the truck. And so I thought I would make some St. Patty's Day ones. So this one, I just finished this one yesterday at 2. This is Aaron U by Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. He's so cute. Anyway, I just love it. And I put some ivy fabric on the back and some pom-pom trim around the outside for the little sheep. Anyway, I just love how it turned out. It's so cute. So thank you so much to Melissa for that lovely free pattern. If you're interested in free patterns, go check out Melissa's Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting blog. There's just no end of freebies on there. She's a wonderful, generous designer. So that was that one. And another little pillow I made to go with to display with my truck is a Plum Street Samplers freebie on their website. And I think this one says, got luck. I think it says at the bottom, and I didn't put that one on, and I changed the color. I don't think it actually gives colors for the green. It just tells you to choose greens that you want. Trying to remember. I think my bright green is 905. And the other one is 895, I think. Anyway, so that's really cute. And I've just got some green tone on tone fabric for the back. So, and I have one more in my new starts. Those two were new starts and finishes since I've seen you last. And this one also is a Pinker and Pumpkin new start. So cute. I've just got a few stitches left to do on the sheep and the sheep's face. And I think that'll be done. Yeah, pretty sure that'll be done. So again, I'm really happy with that. And that's bigger than I expected it to be, but I think it'll work there with my little truck. So anyway, very cute. Thank you again, Melissa. Another one that was a new start and a finish, and I'm trying to remember who the designer is. Oh, it might be Beth Twist. I'm not sure, but I've seen it all over Instagram, so you've probably seen it. Around the world, may peace abide, which is very important right now, and an important message. Again, I can't say enough about it. It was such a fun little design. Oh, I should have mentioned what this one is stitched 1/1. I used sulky thread, and it is 20, I think it's 28 count, but it might be 25 count Lugana. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's Heritage Lugana. Anyway, I really love it. I'm not really sure how I'm going to finish it. I think possibly frame it, but probably a pillow. I just find it so easy to do a little pillow. Anyway, I should have said this one is 28 count cream Lugana. Whoops. This one is a piece of 14 count tea-dyed Ada. And this one is, again, I think it's 25 count Heritage Lugana. And the cottage is stitched on 28 count thread on there. 28 count Lugana. Lugana's my favorite. Okay, another new start. Again, back to the Ukraine situation. I wanted to support a Ukrainian designer, and many people had mentioned Stitchy Princess or Stitchy Princess Black. I think it makes a difference where you search for her, how she comes up. So I went in and purchased, I have a picture of the chart here to show you. I went in and purchased Miss Sunflower, and she had shown a chart on her Instagram where she had done the dress in the Ukrainian blue colors. So I decided to do the blue, and I've left off that row of little blocks across the top, and this is not showing the true green color. Oh shoot. That's closer, but even so, it's a little bit more springy green than what that shows. But it's a lovely pattern. I don't love her shoes. So I'm changing that. I made her dress a little longer, and you're just gonna see the tips of her shoes. Hopefully that'll work out. We'll see. Anyway, so that was in support of a Ukrainian designer, and I also purchased this one. I really love that fox and the owl sitting in the tree, the rabbit, the deer. It's very cute. I don't think I'll do the whole thing. I was thinking ornaments with the owl and the fox for sure. So anyway, we'll see. So I'll leave her a link for her Etsy shop below if you want to give them support. I know there's several Ukrainian designers, and I understand you can go into Etsy and put in country of origin and type in Ukraine, and anyone that's selling on Etsy from the Ukraine comes up there, and so you could support that way. Another way I saw people supporting was with Airbnbs, even with no intention of going. They're just going in and purchasing a couple of nights stay in an Airbnb in Ukraine to help that economy. Anyway at all is good. Okay, I have not had as much time to stitch as I typically do. I've been quilting a lot. My kids were home for the weekend, which was wonderful. It just makes me so happy to have time with them. So I just didn't get as much time to stitch, but that's okay. I did pull this one out. This is Mama Loves You GB's Nessie Mitchell sampler, and I started it for the Black November sampler stitching. And so I had first planned to change the name and put my paternal grandmother's name on there. And I wasn't going to stitch the crowns. I was going to put something else in, but I started it and I didn't like the way it looked. So I took it out and decided to go with the crowns and the original name that was on there. So this is Michelle's, I think it's her aunt, Nessie. So yeah, just got her name left to put there, and then a border below. So this is on cream 28 count linen, but I don't know anything more than that. And yeah, I would love to do a drum. I don't know if I will. I've never done one, but yeah. I did get very few stitches in on this, my fox, and again it's blowing out. That shows you a little bit. It's got a pretty good, I dyed it myself, so it's got a pretty good modeling. I'm happy with it. I was really happy to add the black on the face to see the color pop more. So it's 32 count Lugana, and I'm slow. I just find it a little slow, but I want to do them all, so I really need to get on that, and I really love it. That is by Cottage Garden Samplings. So there's this is the February block. There's 12. This is the February block. There's swans for March. Then there's a jackrabbit, and the raccoon is what's out so far. So I would think the next one is going to be out any day. I kind of think it came out around the 15th, but I can't remember for sure. Anyway, so I'm anxious to see what the next one is. So I have never hosted a SAL, and it's something I would love to do. And so Kim, the Contented Stitcher, and I are thinking of starting one that several of you were doing last year, and neither of us were able to do it at the time, and we both love it. Mighty Acorn, from the Blackbird Design Winds of Autumn book. And I just love this. I love the border. I love the house. I probably wouldn't do it in the Fancy Floss. I'll probably just do it in DMC. I do most everything, but you never know. I do have a few Fancy Flosses. They're just not something that I need to do. I really like DMC. So we'll see when I start. I don't have the fabric yet, but we are hoping to start later this month. I have a birthday coming up this month, and so I thought it would be good to start this one for my birthday start. So we'll see. I really, like I said, I just love it. Mighty Oaks from Little Acorns Grow. Yeah, reminds me of my son. So if you would like to join us, stay tuned. We will be posting the information. I had hoped to have a definite date, and I haven't really talked to Kim about it in the last couple of weeks, so we will get the information out there for you if you want to join us. I'm waiting for fabric to come from 123 Stitch, so hopefully what I've ordered will work, and we will get that. I will get that started. So that's all I have for, well, it's all I have for actual stitching to show you today. I do, like I said, I have a couple of giveaways for my 1,000 subscribers, but I do have some project bags that I'm hoping to finish up today, so I thought I would share those with you. I have this one, and you'll see here it's got some really great text on the fabric. Blessings, listen for the little whispers of angel wings. Life live, count your blessings. Life lived in the moments. Hide secrets, blessings. It's just really sweet little text on there. So kind of a neutral colored one. I have this one and I have another one, but this one I've decided to keep one for myself in this fabric. So that's one. Some of you may recognize the name Debbie Mum. She had a huge following in the quilting world several years ago. She designed patterns, fabric. She had a lot of licensed items for sale, also home decor items. Anyway, I was big time into Debbie Mum, and I had a ton of her fabric, and I still have a ton of her fabric. And I thought, what perfect fabric to make project bags. So this is her tea and honey. I can't remember what they were called, but tea time maybe, because there's a clock in there too. Anyway, so this is one that will be ready hopefully later today. I have I think 2 more like that started. 2, maybe 1, but 2 for sure. Total, maybe 3. This is one that I got in a grab bag of fabric, but I can't remember, or I don't think I even know who the designer was. Sunflowers and bees. Yep. And it just has a bunch of bee and sunflower type text on there. So that one's fun. Really like that one. I think I have 2 like that one, but I'll only have 1 available today, possibly more in the next couple of days. And then this one, a friend gave me a piece of this fabric, but I don't know what it is. There was no salvage. So that is really fun, isn't it? The zipper will go here at the top. And vintage household ladies. So that is a fun one. Anyway, so those are the 3 the bags that I definitely will have ready hopefully by tonight. And I'm going to try to get a couple more quilted this morning, and then I'll bind them this afternoon. I do hand binding on them, which I enjoy very much. So anyway, it just takes a little longer, but it's worth it. I love the look of it. Anyway, so before I lose all you stitchers who don't want to hang around for the quilting, I am going to, like I said, do a couple of giveaways. I have a couple of charts that I have used and I've not hurt in any way, and so I'm going to give them away. And then I also am going to give away something for you quilters, but I'll do that later. But I have this chart by Hillside Samplings called Sledter Snow Kids, which is so cute. Yeah, really like it. And so that is, what's the designer? Leslie Rudnicki. So if you're interested in that, please say the word snow in your comment below. Oh, and I should say, please be a subscriber. Please be over 18 because I'm going to ask for your address. Please don't use the word giveaway or prize or winner or anything like that, because that attracts the... can't remember the word. Anyway, it attracts the people that are just looking for things to sell. And then this one, I absolutely love this one. I stitched this years ago. Bethlehem by Imaginating Incorporated. And I stitched the snow one too that this one had. I think I showed that in one of my first floss tubes. It's waiting to be finished, waiting to be FFO'd. Anyway, so if you want to win that one, please use the word Bethlehem. Bethlem. So Bethlehem for this one and snow for this one. Okay, so if you're not sticking around for the quilting, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate, like I said, I so appreciate the comments, the subscribers, just the community. I really, really love this community, and I have made wonderful friends already. Yeah, I'm just thrilled to be a part of this, and stay tuned for my upcoming patterns. Like I said, hopefully in my next floss tube I will have a couple to show you. If they're out and available between now and then, you would find them on my Instagram. You would find the post about them on my Instagram, but they would be in my Etsy shop. So all of those things will be linked below so that you can check that out if you want. So have a great day, cross stitchers, and I'll see you hopefully in a couple of weeks. So quilters, being a quilt designer, I did want to show you my latest project. I shouldn't say my latest project, but it's my latest pattern on the market. So this is called Along Comes, taking some threads off, Along Comes Spring. So I really love it. It's got some wool applique and some patchwork. Pretty simple, really. I did wool applique, but you could easily do cotton or flannel, and I machine stitched the applique, which I've never done with wool before, but it worked out really well. I was just in a hurry when I made this. I made this one actually a few years ago, and with every intention of getting pattern out there, and just haven't been able to. Now this is number 1 in a 4-part series. This will be my first series in patterns. So of course there'll be one for each season. So hopefully in June I will get out the summer one. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, it's 17.5 by 17.5. Very simple stitch, applique and patchwork. It's not difficult at all. It would not necessarily be considered beginner, but it's close to beginner. So you'd find that's available as a PDF and as a pattern, a paper pattern that I mail out. So that's available in my Etsy shop, and I am going to also do a giveaway for that. For the pattern, I'm going to do a giveaway for 3 patterns, PDF patterns of Along Comes Spring. So for that giveaway, you need to use the word spring. And like I said, we will do 3. I'll draw for 3 winners for the PDF pattern for Along Comes Spring. So that's that. Let me check my notes here. Oh, I forgot to mention my Flosstubers. So back to the cross stitch for a bit. New to me cross stitch Flosstubers that I've watched this past couple of weeks. Georgia Girl Stitching, very pleasant young lady. She's got some cute designs and or some cute finishes and FFOs, and yeah, so I really enjoyed her, and I enjoyed her personality very much. And another one, another lovely young lady, the Cross Stitch Farmhouse. She does a lot of the housewives, stitching with the housewives patterns, which I love. And yeah, she's again lovely personality and some really nice FFO finishes. So check them two out. I have watched not as much as I typically watch. I have quite a few in the queue ready for me to watch over, hopefully over the next few days. With my kids here on the weekend, I just didn't get the time to watch that I typically do. Mama Loves You GB, I watched her, made by Michelle McGraw. She came out with a new one yesterday. I always try to make time for her as soon as she's up. Cynthia Brew came out with a video to help people who are interested in starting a floss tube. She has a list of tips, which I found very useful. I would think whether you're a new floss tuber or you've a long time floss tuber, I would think that you would be able to find something there to help you out. Cornhusk State Stitchers, I watched them. Misty Purcell from Luminous Fiber Arts, I watched her, and I just gotta say, market is amazing. I've watched a lot of the videos that were, the short videos that were put out of, a lot of the short videos that were put out for market. My phone is getting, I'm just going to plug in here, sorry. There we go. Hopefully that didn't do anything bad. Yeah, so the videos that I watched from market were amazing. Just, it's the first time, I've been on Instagram for years, but it's the first time that I've seen the setup for the market there, and that was pretty nice. I was impressed. So yeah, that's definitely a bucket list item for me. I would love to be able to go to that someday. Actually, it would be amazing to go as a designer, but we'll see how that goes. Chrissy and I were talking that, hey, maybe we'd meet up there someday. That would be amazing. But yeah, the videos and the new releases are just, they're overwhelming. There's so many that I want to do. And I should have made a list of like my top 5. I'll try to do that for the next video. I'll make a note of that and try to do that for my next video, because there are several that really jumped out at me. The Brenda Gervais, the 4 individual little houses. Oh my goodness. I just love them. Anyway, so Flosstubers. I will put those links below in the show notes for those of you that are interested in checking them out. Back to quilting. I had said in my previous videos that I was wanting to join Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilting and Crosshatch Quilts. They are, and I think one other lady, they are doing the Dear Jane quilt, which I started years ago. And I decided to dig it out and get back at it. It was just the motivation I needed. And I thought I had like maybe 10 or 11 blocks done, but when I got it out, I actually have 20 or 21 blocks done, which was great. I think I showed them in my last video or the one before. But I had never done any of the triangles. So this past couple of weeks, I've been working on triangles and some more of the blocks. So I'm going to show you my triangles. This was the first one. I don't know which order they're in. I just know this was the first one. So they are all paper pieced, and some of them have applique on them. Not these ones, but some of the other ones have applique on them, and I haven't tackled any of them that have the applique yet. So this one, this is all my Dear Jane is all red and creams, and there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just using scraps from my red and cream baskets. Sorry. Yeah, my phone doesn't want to stay where I tell it today. So there's that one. And this one, this is a really pretty one. You see I have all the papers still on there. Just, well, I'll leave them on until I sew everything together. This one was pretty quick and easy. Lots of different reds. Great way to use them up. Love this one. This background fabric is one of my favorites. It's getting low. Anyway, so those are the triangles that I have done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've made, I think, 5 new blocks, but some of them have appliques. So I've got them sitting out beside my stitchy chair ready to add the applique. I did have this one finished as well. I love this block. Would be a great scrap buster project, really. You could use 1, 2, 3, 4 different fabrics in there if you were so inclined. Anyway, it would be a great project for that, which kind of been thinking about that. And then lastly, I wanted to show you my Scrappy Stash Buster quilt that I've been working on since the first of the year. I do a block a day, or I try to do a block a day. It doesn't always work out. Hope you're seeing it here. I should be showing you more this side because these are the new blocks. So yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with how it's turning out. It is the broken dishes pattern, and I'm just daily going into my scrap basket, picking out a dark and a light, and making a block. So I sew the block on every day. I just sew it down to about 1 inch from the end of the block so that I can add it next day. Just makes it convenient so that I don't have to sew blocks together at the end. Anyway, so there it goes again. I'm so sorry. There we go. Hopefully it stays there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to come up with something different there. I think that's it for me today. Like I said, thank you so much to those of you who have subscribed, and like I said, I hit 1,000. Please, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. There's a giveaway. The words to use were Bethlehem, snow, and spring for the quilt pattern. Bethlehem and snow were for cross stitch patterns, and spring was for the quilt patterns. So thank you so much for being with me today. Please pray for the situation around the world. Yeah, it's so important and so unnecessary in this day and age to be where this is taking us. So again, have a great day. Have lots of stitchy time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.